Hello everybody and welcome to the second lesson in the Blender crash course. In this lesson we are going to talk about multiple windows, opening multiple windows, and we are also going to talk about texturing. So in the middle I see I have a window open, and this is my default 3D view. But I can also, if I like, have another view, like for example the image editor view. There's also the possibility to have a timeline or a properties panel. But for now I'm going to keep it on 3D view, and I'm going to go to the top right of my view where I see these diagonal lines, and I'm going to click and drag to the left. And now I see I have two windows open next to each other. And in my window to the right, I'm going to put my UV image editor view, and my image to the left I'm going to keep as the 3D view. If you look more closely at the screen, we see that in fact we already have some more windows open. We've got a outliner open to the right, and we've got a properties panel open here, and we've got the timeline open here. What these windows do can be quite useful, but for now I'm not going to teach it. For now it's enough for you to know that they exist. So we are going to go to our 3D view now, and we are going to make sure our cube is selected by right-clicking on it, and we are going to switch from object mode to edit mode. Here we see our edit mode, and we want to switch to lines. We want to mark the seams. We are going to unwrap this cube, and we're going to move the faces from a 3-dimensional view to a 2-dimensional plane. But we have to tell Blender where to cut, and that's where the seams come in. So I'm going to go to Shading and UVs on this toolbar to the left, and here we have the Mark Seam button. So I'm going to select this line, and I'm going to click on Mark Seam, and you see that the line turns red. I'm also going to select this line, and I'm going to select this line, and this line, this line, and this line, and I'm going to mark them all as seams as well. And that should be enough to unwrap the whole cube. Now I'm going to press A and A again to make sure that everything is selected. And here I'm going to click on Unwrap. What we would like to do next is export this UV map. So I'm going to click here on UVs, click on Export UV Layout, and I'm going to select a path and a file name, and then click on UV map cube, and then click on Export UV Layout. And next I'm going to open my UV map in Paint. I'm opening it in the Ubuntu version of Paint, and I'm going to draw some numbers on top of inside each one of these squares. And next I'm moving back to Blender, and here I'm going to open a image, and I'm going to select the image UV map cube, which I just saved. And here we have the result. I cannot see anything. That's because I'm in solid view. But if I go to textured view, I see the result of my texture. On the right hand side, let's press tab to go to object mode and press A. On the right hand side and the left hand side I see just a dark spot. That's because my light is here. Let's move it a bit to the right. And you see that the light covers that part as well. Thanks for watching. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.